Здравейте! Благодаря на всички присъстващи, че отделихте време, за да се включите в този вебинар. Тези онлайн семинари вече са традиция, но това ще е един по-специален, единствен по рода си, съвместен вебинар с участието на Wittmann Battenfeld и ExxonMobil. Семинара се организира от нас Omnicar Bg и Wittmann Battenfeld България, с които имаме дългогодишно много добро сътрудничество и партньорски взаимоотношения. Welcome to our guests from Wittmann Battenfeld and ExxonMobil. Сега накратко ще ви запозная какво следва в този семинар. Именно на тези близки взаимоотношения се роди идеята за съвместен семинар, на който да бъдат представени новостите в оборудването при Wittmann Battenfeld, както и защо е важно да използвате висококачествените смазочни продукти Мобил, които са се доказали многократно в реални условия. Сега ще продължим с презентацията Improve Your Productivity with Advanced Mobile Hydraulic Fluid с участието на нашите гост-лектори от ExxonMobil, господин Матео Гаравента и господин Пауло Буркянти. След това ще преминем към презентация на Wittmann Battenfeld Lifecam Experience, където ще се насладите на един иновативен начин в реално време за представяне на оборудването. Представянето ще направи господин Кристиан Глюк. Въпроси и отговори. Поради многонационалния мултиезичен вебинар ще може да задавате въпроси на посочените координати след семинара. Сега за мен няколко думи. С много от вас се познаваме. Казвам се Илия Ангелов. Компанията съм от 2003 година, като в продължение на 10 години бях на позиция менеджер индустриални продукти, а от 2014 до момента съм главен инженер в Omnicar Bg. Вече 19 години в бранша. С няколко думи за компанията. Omnicar Bg е с над 20 годишен опит в вноса и дистрибуцията на смазочни продукти Мобил. Те са производство на световния лидер в добива и преработка на нефтопродукти ExxonMobil. Това е една много сериозна компания с над 100 годишна история, наистина световен лидер. Omnicar Bg е надежден партньор, доказал се в годините. Много от нашите клиенти разчитат на нас като дългогодишен доставчик на смазочни продукти. Както може да видите, предлагаме цялото портфолио на ExxonMobil Lubricants, както масла за леки и лекотварни автомобили, за тежка техника, също така пътностроителни машини и, разбира се, широка гама индустриални продукти и не на последно място греси. Предлагаме също набор от услуги, които могат да се възползват нашите партньори, Mobile Surf, анализ на смазочните продукти, ФЕС, ПЕС, това са съвместни посещения на производството, предлагане на решения в областта на смазването, разбира се, с съвместното участие и пълната подкрепа на ExxonMobil. Също в подкрепа на нашите клиенти работи и ордеринг. Това е портал за онлайн поръчки, споделяме нашия опит, добри бизнес практики и не на последно място технически консултации относно приложение на продуктите. Сега имам удоволствието да ви представя мистер Матео Гаравента и мистер Пауло Буркянти, които ще представят презентацията Improve Your Productivity with Advanced Mobile Hydraulic Fluids. Please, gentlemen, it's you now.
Thanks a lot, Ilya. Thanks everybody for being here today. I am Matteo Garaventa. I think Ilya already presented me. I am working with Omnicar, supporting them for almost 3 years now. I am equipment builder engineer and I'm supporting business with OEMs in Italy and our distributors across Italy and East Europe. Today we will be discussing about how we can provide you lubrication solution for advancing your productivity and the productivity of your machines, your injection molding machines. We will focus on hydraulics and on one aspect that can give you some advantages, that is hydraulic efficiency. Oh, thanks, Lina. I'm sure that all of you agree that today commercial landscape is very competitive. Success is dependent on your ability mainly to remain competitive by reducing costs, overheads, and of course, enhancing the productivities 7 days a week. And I know, and I'm sure it is not an easy task. We can go to the next slide. Maintenance plays a key role in keeping your costs under control, while of course assuring problem-free operations and enhancing the productivity of your plants. We have a dedicated team of lubrication engineers that is on the field with the goal of helping all of you, our customer, with valuable lubrication solution for your equipment. Next slide, please. Yes, as I told you, we and our authorized distributors, of course, have a team of lubrication engineers that is backed up by our global resource and technology center of our mobile brand products. They are on the field to speak to our customer on a daily basis to understand their needs and the industry challenges. They also have the expertise and the knowledge to help the business to safely and efficiently get up to speed, ready to tackle challenges and identify the opportunities for improvement when they arise on the field. We can go to the next slide, please. Okay, let's focus now on hydraulic oils. Why are they important in helping you achieve your business ambitions? Next one, please. It was the previous one. Yes, this is correct. Hydraulic oils, as you probably know, are an almost invisible component. Some of them are really invisible, transparent. They are a component that may account for less than 1% of your total operating costs, so a very small amount of it. But this component is critical to keep your equipment running, and running well, I would say. We always use this kind of metaphor that while the hydraulic pump is considered as the heartbeat of your injection molding machine and the heartbeat of the hydraulic system itself, the oil would be the lifeblood that transmits the power throughout the system and the equipment. And with this metaphor, you can understand how much we care about hydraulic oils and how much they could be important for the correct operation of your equipment. Thanks. As I told you, hydraulic oils, they need to perform under extreme conditions. They have to withstand sometimes extreme loads and pressures, up to 60,000 tons, sometimes in high pressure systems, high level of contaminations that, of course, can be harmful for your equipment if not treated well, and they should operate in a wide range of severe operating conditions, sometimes with temperature that can go up to 100 degrees centigrade. We can go to the next one, please. High performance hydraulic fluids can offer an important range of benefits, includes the extended protection against wear, potential to reduce startup times, sometimes saving energy, reducing cost, and enhance the efficiency, and of course, increasing the uptime of your facility. You can go to the next one. We as ExxonMobil and our distributors, our mobile authorized distributors, we have the products and all the services that can help you safeguard your productivity. Let's have a look now on hydraulic oil of the series DT10XL that can help you reducing cost and improve productivity. For the sake of time, today we will be focusing on DT10XL and on hydraulic efficiencies. That is one of the potential benefit, as I told you. DT10XL is our top performing high viscosity index, zinc-free mineral hydraulic oil. Okay, let's start and have a look first at a small summary of the theory that is behind hydraulic efficiency. Okay, in an hydraulic pump, when the pump starts to rotate to activate the hydraulic unit in your injection molding machine, we can identify two different dissipative phenomena. The first one is linked to the the power that the pump needs to pump the oil throughout the system itself. We define this as mechanical efficiency. That is the energy wasted to rotate the pump and win the internal frictional losses of the fluid. The second phenomenon is linked to internal leakages in the pump and is called volumetric efficiency. As you may imagine, they both depend from oil viscosity. Okay, on one hand, mechanical efficiency decreases with higher viscosity fluid because it is more difficult, of course, to pump an oil with higher viscosity. That means with higher internal friction. On the other hand, volumetric efficiency, that as I told you is linked to internal leakages of the pump, increases with higher viscosity fluid because, as you can imagine, higher viscosity fluid cause less internal leakages in the pumps. You can see here a piston pump, but we can say same things about all kind of pumps: gear pump, vane pumps. They all lie. They are different, but they all more or less we can identify these two phenomena in all of them. Okay, let's move now to the next slide and see how we combine these two efficiency to have the overall hydraulic efficiency. As you can see in this graph, the yellow line represents the volumetric efficiency, and as you can see, it grows with viscosity. While the blue line instead is the mechanical efficiency, and it decreases with the increase of viscosity. The overall efficiency is the sum of these two lines, and you can see here represented by the red line. As you can see, it has a maximum, the red line, the overall efficiency. And this point, the maximum, is the point where we would like to operate for the biggest amount of time in order to have the highest efficiency possible. But how do we manage to have the system working close to this point as much as possible? Well, you probably know that that viscosity varies with temperature. As temperature increases, viscosity decreases. And during a day of production, conditions such as temperature may vary for several reasons. For example, when we start up an equipment, it is cold, and during the day it's up. Late equipment sluggishness is sometimes called PM fade, and this is due to the loss of volumetric efficiency because of temperature increases. Our goal as a supplier of lubricants and lubrication solutions is to give you the correct product that is able of maintaining the optimum viscosity. So as much possible, as close as possible to the maximum of energy of efficiency for a wide range of temperature, and thus increasing the overall efficiency. To do so, we should use a high viscosity index fluid, such as DT10XL. Let's have a look now at what high viscosity index means. Viscosity index, as you can see here, is a unitless number. It indicates the dependence of viscosity from temperature. The higher the viscosity index, the lower the viscosity change for a given temperature change. Let's have a look at the graph. You can see two different products. The graph is a viscosity graph, viscosity temperature logarithmic graph, and there are two curves of two different oils. The red curve represents an oil with a high viscosity index, and as you can see, temperature is, let's say, more constant with viscosity is more constant with temperature. This is an high viscosity index fluid, while the blue line, it represents, let's say, a conventional fluid, a conventional hydraulic oil, where you can see that for a given amount of temperature difference, you have a higher viscosity change, both at higher temperature than lower temperature. So high viscosity index allows you to have higher viscosity at higher temperature, that contributes to better efficiency at higher temperature, better volumetric efficiency at higher temperature. And the lower viscosity, the high viscosity index give you a lower viscosity in cold environment, and it means that you will use less energy to pump the oil during the startups. Okay, to obtain the high viscosity index, a specific class of additives is used, and these additives are called viscosity index improvers. Viscosity index improvers. These additives are like long chain polymers, and they act like an octopus. At lower temperature, they're close on themselves, reducing the interaction with the other molecules of the oil, thus reducing the impact of lower temperature and keeping more constant the viscosity. While at higher temperature, these additives open their polymeric chains like tentacles of the octopus in order to keep all the molecules as close as possible to increase interactions with the molecules and decreasing the viscosity loss due to higher temperature. Consistent with our balanced formulation, our products of the series Mobility 10XL has a viscosity index optimized to provide the maximum benefit at higher temperature without compromising other characteristics of the oil. The product of this series, Mobility 10XL, has a viscosity index that is close to 160. And this level supports, of course, higher efficiencies in cold and hot operation, and this does not compromise other performances, such as, for example, oxidation stability. That is another very key important advantages of this product, but that today, for the sake of time, we will not discuss. Let's move to the next slide, please, Lina. Okay, in this slide, you can see the polymers. These polymers that I told you are viscosity index modifiers are used in the product to increase viscosity index. These polymers, if subjected to shear, can break into smaller molecules, causing sometimes a big drop in the viscosity of the oil, and of course, a drop in the viscosity index characteristics. The shear stress is not an uncommon situation. It is usually to stress the oil with shear forces, for example, in the pump of the hydraulic system. If the polymers are not well selected, are not able to withstand this shear stress, they will break down. They will cause viscosity drop, and of course, loss of, let's say, viscosity temperature characteristics of the fluid. Let's move to the next slide, please. To test these shear stability properties, but there is a test, a bench test that is called the KLR test, and it can be used to simulate high shear conditions. Of course, to accelerate the viscosity breakdown and to have a result and compare result between products in order to see which one is able to withstand this kind of stress better. If during the test, the viscosity is dropping for more than 10%, it means that the oil is not able to stay within the ISO/VG grade. You probably know that all the oils are classified in ISO/VG classes, and these classes are a range. There is a range of viscosity that is plus minus 10% of the number that you see in the ISO/VG class. For example, here you have ISO/VG 46, and if you fall below 10% of the 46 viscosity, it means that the oil is no more in the viscosity grade. Here in the graph, in the right bottom of the slide, you can see an example of the results of this test. You can see our DT10XL. It can operate in these severe test conditions. They are severe in order to accelerate the viscosity drop and to have meaningful results in a shorter amount of time. you can see that the DT10XL is able in this condition to stay within the viscosity grade, that is the yellow box, let's say, for a much longer amount of time if compared to, let's say, market general competitor oil. On the other table on the left bottom, you can see the results. The first one is DT10XL. At the end of test, it will stay within the grade because it has a 8.3% viscosity loss, while other product that has been tested, they are all falling, let's say, below the limit of 10%. So they will not be anymore in the viscosity range correct to be in the ISO VG46 grades. Of course, similar tests can be done with the other viscosity grades such as ISO VG32 or 68, and the results are similar. Let's move to the next slide, please, Lina. Okay, I showed you how the right product can lead to a potential benefit in terms of energy savings. Now I would like to talk about how our lubrication engineers can prove, and proved, in fact, this benefit on the field, measuring directly from the machines, operating machines. First, let's have a look at an indirect measurement of energy efficiency. Using thermal images on the same equipment before and after changing the oil to DT10XL, we were able to observe a decrease in temperature of the equipment. As you can see in the picture in this slide, these are the picture of a pump. And you can see that the right one is using DT10XL. The left one is using a non-high viscosity index, non-energy efficient oil. You can see that DT10XL pump is the pump working with DT10XL has a lower operating temperature. This decrease in temperature is linked to the fact that fluids generates less volumetric and mechanical losses. Those losses will generate less, those reduced losses will generate less heat in the pump, and as a consequence, the temperature will be lower and overall efficiency will be higher. We can move to the next one, please, Dina. Of course, we can also measure directly the energy efficiency improvement. Of course, it's a little bit more complex, but we are able to do it. We have all the equipment and the knowledge to do it. We are able to measure, as I told you, directly the energy consumption for a given period of time. We usually run a test on a machine with, we call A-B test. So we start with the A product, that is the usual product. Then we switch to DT10XL, B product, and we measure with both products in the same operating conditions. Then we plot the results. Of course, we need to take measurement for quite a long amount of time in order to have some meaningful data. We plot this data and we analyze for each cycle how much is the energy saving. Of course, it's important that operating conditions are as close as possible when we are running the test with the two different products. We can go to the next slide, Lina, please. The results, as I told you, are plotted, integrated, and an average energy efficiency is measured. Based on that data, we developed a series of proof of performance that are real data obtained from the field for our DT10XL series, showing the benefits, the potential benefits, and quantified benefits that they can bring to our customers and to you, of course. Also, Omnicar did this experience in the past, and especially for injection molding machine, we have several important proof. As you can see in this case, we were able to demonstrate that the product DT10XL was able, it was compared to, as you can see in the graph, it was DT10XL 46 compared with an ISO 46, let's say conventional fluid with a viscosity index of around 100. It was able to give a good result of 2.2% full cycle energy savings. It means that for each cycle, 2.2% energy was saved. Quite a good result, let's say. On this slide, I finished my presentation, and I give the stage back to Ilya. I will be here if any question will arise. Thanks to all of you, and back to you, Ilya. Thanks.
Thank you, Matteo. Very good and useful presentation. Sorry. Many thanks to our lecturer, Mr. Matteo Garaventa. Yes, this is true for efficiency. I will explain this in a few words. Чрез така наречените POP или Proof of Performance ние доказваме тази ефективност. Имаме реална икономия на енергия при наш клиент от 2,14% единствено чрез смяна на смазочния продукт с мобил DT10 Excel 46. Това е без да изпадам в подробности за другите предимства на продукта. Виждам, че имаме представител, присъстващ от компанията ДОЕФ, и тук е момента да благодаря за предоставената възможност и гласуването ни доверие. Благодаря на Борислав Доев. И сега с голямо удоволствие ви представям инженер Станислав Дундеков, управляващ директор на Wittmann Battenfeld България, с които работим съвместно от дълги години и сме в изключително добри партньорски взаимоотношения.
Уважаеми колеги, аз съм Станислав Дундеков, управител на Wittmann Battenfeld България ЕОД. Благодаря ви за участието в съвместния вебинар на Omnicar Bg и Wittmann Battenfeld. Вече 17 години аз и колегите във фирмата успешно предлагаме и обслужваме в България оборудването на фирма Wittmann Battenfeld. А сега имам удоволствието да ви представя продуктовия менеджер на Wittmann Battenfeld GmbH, господин Кристиан Глюк, който ще ви покаже новостите от завода в Австрия с директно видео включване. Let's welcome Mr. Gluck and the other colleagues from the Wittmann Battenfeld factory.
Hello Bulgaria, and thank you Stanislav, and thank you ExxonMobil and Omnicar for this opportunity to share this webinar together in Bulgarian. And I want to welcome you here in the heart of Eastern Central Austria. And we are located very close to Vienna. And by the way, we have beautiful vineyards here around, Kottingbrunn in the center. And there are a lot of wineries. So if somebody is interested, you're welcome to have a taste here in Kottingbrunn. To the Wittmann Group, I want to tell you that we are not only producing injection molding machines, we are also producing robots and auxiliaries like granulators, tempering units and dryers. And the machine range here in Kottingbrunn goes from 15 tons, 15 up to 2,000 tons clamping force. The distribution is like 15 tons to 400 tons. We are producing also electric machines, and from the range of 25 tons up to 2,000, we are producing hydraulic machines. One of these machines are here in the background already working in a dry cycle, a 60-ton, 600 kilonewton smart power with a 3-platen system. And I want to give you at first an overview in our brand new showroom here in Kottingbrunn. It is refurbished the last 2 months. And I want to show you which machines are available if somebody is interested to see the opportunities we have here in Kottingbrunn. Let's take a move at first to the eastern part of our showroom. The southern part. And I want to give you a short overview. We have here located 4 machines right now. One of the machines is this little smart power with 25 tons. And this smart power is prepared now for a customer in Germany. Our service technician is here already to take over the machine and to bring it then directly to the customer. Here's some details of the machines. This is, for example, a quick coupling system for the ejector, the hydraulic plunger here in a 3-platen version. And with the linear rails give you the possibility to have a very competitive and very exact Latin parallelity, which is important for your mold. The next machine we see here is again a smart power, but this is a special execution with a 2-component machine. So we have here an Y execution. Y execution means that you have here a horizontal injection unit and the huckleback injection unit here in a 45 degrees angle. The product is here our frame for the handheld for the robot system, Unilog R9. And we have here also a rotary table mounted on the clamping unit that helps us to rotate the mold without moving anything in the machine. Another machine is here in the back. This is a 1,100 ton machine already. This is a 2-platen system. And I want to give you a short overview how the machine is equipped. And therefore I go here through the safety door on the rear side of the machine to show you some details of the clamping unit. It's a 2-platen machine. And as you can see, this machine is also equipped with linear rails. And you have direct access here in the safety door here to the ejector, equipped with a quick coupling. And very interesting is also the 2-platen system. And when you look here inside, you can see the quick lock system. That means we have in the end, you can see the tie bar already. And this tie bar is not moving in the platen, is moving into the tie bar. And these 2 shells are locking directly into the tie bar itself. And to see the tie bars, you can see here the rings. And in these rings, the tie bar is moving in right into the locking system. The advantage of the system is that you have a possibility to move in the mold from the side because the tie bars are swiveling out of the machine. And so you can move in the mold from the side and not from the top. Especially interesting for executions where the ceiling height is not too big. This special machine is equipped with a cell mold system. What is cell mold? Cell mold is a forming agent that is introduced with nitrogen into the machine. This is located here directly at the barrel. And with this execution, you can make lightweight parts, which reduces the weight of the product. And not only the weight, it also reduces the clamping force a little bit because the internal cavity pressure is lower than usual. This area you can see now the 4.0 system of Wittmann. This is the answer to the industry 4.0 system. And this execution is here integrating all the peripheral units from Wittmann. Here you can see the robot, which is integrated in the system. You can handle the robot here. You open up the alarms. You can go to the other side. And when you do the same here, it's the same possibility. So you can operate the robot on the machine panel as well as on the panel of the robot. And when you go to the tempering units, you can see those tempering units also working on the control system. And the big advantage is if you have any issues, then you have the possibility to service the tempering units also directly on the screen. And the big advantage is also when you go to a web station with the machine, then you have also access to the external units as well. In this range, we're making a test run with LEGO. They have a very special machine equipped, and test run will take about a week. And if the acceptance run is perfectly, then they will take over the machine equipped with a robot, the Wittmann robot, and it's a fully electric machine and eco power 160 tons. Going back now to the northern part of our showroom, I will show you now the machines available here in the northern area. And I would like to start with one of our machines that is available for customer test runs. And this is our Smart Power 120, also a hydraulic machine. And this machine is equipped with a liquid silicone rubber barrel. And that could be implemented to any machine, also to our smallest machine, the Micro Power, which we'll see a little later. Here you can see the barrel, which is equipped with cooling water. And so therefore you can see there is no heater bands available. And we have a very special execution of a shut-off nozzle that is necessary for this kind of application for LIM. And this is the connection for the material. So if you're interested in, then we could also install an LIM pump that transports the material right into the machine. So this is a 120-ton machine hydraulic. And if you move over, then you can see here our academy, which is right now in the scenery of application. And Christian Setko is here, and he will explain us a little bit what he is doing. Hi, Christian.
Hello, Christian. Dear guests, welcome at our training area. Currently, I'm preparing this Smart Power machine for my upcoming customer training. The application will be a small lunchbox made of food-grade material. Actually, the customer knows about the injection molding process, but he wants to know more details about the V8 controller, so we will do a basic V8 setter seminar. Of course, we offer different kinds of trainings on the machine and on our equipment. For example, usage of the different machine types: Smart Power, Eco Power, Micro Power, Micro and Macro Power, and also maintenance and service. If you have any questions, please contact us and we will arrange the required training for you. Thanks.
Thank you, Christian.
You're welcome.
And right now, I see there's something going here on in the training area. This is Stefan. And Stefan, could you explain us what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Customer test, right? That is scheduled for the next week.
Okay.
And yeah, right now I'm fixing the plate on the
Muscle.
muscle side, and then later I will close the open side, and then I will fix the plate here, and then.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the training area, which is equipped here with 4 machines with different executions, so available also for different kind of trainings. So we have room for 8 persons maximum. And if you're going back now to the other area here in the back, I can show you that really unique injection molding machine, which is called the Micro Power, and the name stands for itself. It means that we are producing parts in micrograms. And here, this is Martin, and Martin could explain us a little bit about this machine. What is the thing on this machine? Let's talk about it a little bit.
Well, also from my side, welcome and good morning. Especially about this machine is, of course, like the name is already explaining, it's especially designed for micro parts. That means parts far below 1 gram. Currently, you see here the machine is full equipped with robot, with a vision system, so a small production cell on its own. And currently, I'm carrying out here a material test for a customer. And I have here, I'm producing here a test bar just to see how the material is behaving in a real production run.
Okay, Martin, this is a product that is
it's just a small test bar, a thin walled test bar. I hope everybody can see this.
But this is not a very typical micro molding part. Do you have something in?
Yes, of course. I prepared here on the microscope a few different parts. Well, this is, for example, a very typical part for the micro machine, because this is a medical tip which is used for operations, for micro-invasive operations to close the wound and arteries and veins and so on. This is a electrical part, which is a two-component part, which is used for record players. And the big round part here is a part of a cosmetic pump, so for deodorants, sprays, and so on.
Martin, that sounds great. This is an all-electric machine.
Exactly, it's a full electric machine, and especially designed for medical applications.
And it's not only designed for medical applications. We have here another machine equipped with a second injection unit. So this machine is also available in a two-component execution. And furthermore, we have also the possibility to work here on the micro machine with liquid silicone rubber. So this machine is fully equipped. It's a micro cell, you could say. Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome.
And now let's go back to the machine we have seen at the beginning. Again, back to Smart Power, our 60-ton Smart Power here. And this machine is equipped with, we heard it already from Matteo, this machine is equipped with a servo motor, and I call it servo hybrid system, because the big advantage of this machine is the energy consumption. This machine has the lowest energy consumption on the market, and this is due to the, on the one hand, on the drive on demand system, which is equipped here in the machine frame down underneath the machine. And this drive only works when the machine is moving. The machine right now is moving in a dry cycle. And when we go a little bit around the machine, then we can see here the connections. And Matteo mentioned that already. Hydraulic oil is a very specific item in a machine, and it also has influence on the energy consumption of the machine, and therefore we are utilizing HLP32. This oil gives us the opportunity to reduce the energy consumption as well. And there is another part in the machine, we call it the curve system, probably you know it from the Formula One, that gives us the possibility to transfer braking energy from the machine that moves down the closing movement, for example, for the third zone of the barrel, which is located here, right on the barrel here in this area. And this energy will be used for the heating of the machine as well. Coming back now to the oil tank here has two connections possible for the opportunity to clean the oil separately. The machine is already equipped with a filter system, but we also recommend to use an external filtering unit, which is also available from Wittmann Battenfeld. And you have the possibility from ExxonMobil to certify the oil and make tests with the oil, and then you know if your oil is in perfect condition or not. This Smart Power is called an in-grinder Smart Power. What is the advantage of this in-grinder? We have here several units from the Wittmann group integrated into the machine, and the big advantage is that you can take out screws. This is a 2-cavity mold with a screw inside the mold, and we take out the screw with the handling unit. It's a WP50, then moves out during the cycle and let the runner fall right into the chute of the machine. The chute is integrated in the machine frame itself, and then it falls down into the T-Max 9, which is also a component from Wittmann Battenfeld. And here is Jochen, he is head of this showroom center, and he will explain us a little more about this special execution of our smart power.
Hello, nice to hear you. Nice to see you. I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So yeah, Christian, you're right. This is a perfect solution to save a lot of space, because here we have just 180 centimeters, millimeters space, and with a standard granulator you need about 500 millimeters. So it's like here, and you save a lot of space here inside. And the next benefit of this in-grinder solution is that the regrinded material, you can feed it back with our Feedmax F3 net and a separated valve what is available. And you can mix the regrind material to the virgin material. And at this solution, we take about 20% of regrinded material and virgin material.
Regrind is a good point, because typically the regrind has fluctuations in viscosity. What is available here?
Well, Christian, that's right. This machine has a high-Q package, and here in this application we take the high-Q flow package. It means that the machine itself measures the viscosity of the material, and if the viscosity of the material inside the barrel is changing, the machine will set up automatically the holding pressure or the changeover point, so that you get every time the best solution for your parts.
Okay, thank you, Jochen. Thank you, Jochen. And now we are right at the end of our presentation. And I want to remind you, you're always welcome here in Kottingbrunn. So if you have any use for an injection molding machine or just for auxiliary equipment or robots, then please contact us or contact Stanislav. I want to thank you for your attention and bring you best regards from Austria to Bulgaria, and have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Gluck. Exceptional live presentation. Thank you. It was a great pleasure for me to participate. Thank you. Thanks again to our guests from ExxonMobil and Wittmann Battenfeld. Беше много интересно. Както споменах в началото, на посочените координати ще може да задавате вашите въпроси след вебинара, на които ще се радваме, разбира се, да отговорим. Ще получите и презентационните материали в съвсем кратки срокове. Също така може да ви посетим при желание от ваша страна, съвместно с колега от Wittmann Battenfeld. Това е от нас. Пожелавам на всички ползотворна година, крепко здраве, успехи, независимо от сложната обстановка, в която се намираме. Again, thank to all involved from Wittmann Battenfeld and ExxonMobil. Благодаря за вниманието.